Hello, so today I'm doing another kit video. I decided to do this because I was packing to go to a job and I thought it'd be interesting to see like what I would put in it if I had to have a smaller kit. Do you know what I mean? Like what I wish people told me, like what I wish I knew when I was buying all this stuff, because I have so much stuff for my kit. I have like probably 10 different foundations and it's unnecessary. And if I had to do it all over again, this is what I would do, basically. And this bag, just ignore that right now. It's just some stuff that I'm going to talk about. Like, it's kind of alternatives to what I have in here. So this is the MAC travel case. I will link it in the bottom. It is really heavy. Like I mentioned in my first kit video, I don't like to carry this around. But sometimes, depending on the job, it's a lot easier to carry something than it is to roll. Like sometimes it can just be more of a pain to roll your Zuka or whatever train case you have. And yeah, as long as you're not carrying it for really long periods of time, I don't think it's a problem. It has these really sturdy handles, which is what I usually carry it with, just like that. And yeah, it's all black. It's a really good bag. If I lost all my makeup and had to restart my makeup kit, this is the bag I would buy first because it is inexpensive. If you have a pro discount, it's, I believe, around $100, which is really good because it's a good quality bag. And it just looks nice and it looks professional. So if you're starting your kit, I suggest really investing in a good bag. One that you're not going to have to keep changing, because I've changed my bag so many times. Like I said in the other video, I have a big metal one, I have a Zuka, I have this one, I have probably like 10 different bags. But if you start with the one that you'll love, that saves a lot of money, right? Not that I don't use them all, it's just who wants to buy 10 different bags, okay? But this is a really good one. And is there anything else I have to say about this bag? No. So right here, we'll start with what's in the front. It has a zip. And I made sure I packed this just so I don't have to carry any other bag with me. So everything's kind of shoved in there. If you wanted to use like a set bag to carry like random stuff, you could, but I just wanted everything to fit in here today. I have my headband. I really like this one because it's metal and it's easy to sanitize. You just spray it with alcohol and it doesn't leave like, it doesn't have like a comb or anything to mess up hair. This is my little bag of, I don't know what these are. I call them goodie bags. It's like I have blotting papers in here, my business card, a jar where I put their lip product, whatever they use, and then I usually have a lip wand, but I don't have any right now. I have to go buy some before I go to this job because the ones I ordered are not here yet. And then I have my dirty brush bag. It's just a Ziploc bag. And then I have my trash bag. I really like these because they sit up by themselves on the table. It's a MAC one. 401s are good too. Oh, and then I have this little Marc Jacobs pouch because I never know what to do with these pouches that come with makeup, but this one is the perfect size for business cards, so I keep extra business cards in there. And that's all I keep. Oh, no, what's in here? Oh, Band-Aids. I also keep Band-Aids in here. This is like a big one. Okay, and then on the side we have like a little hand sanitizer that's hooked to it. And then on the back, it looks like this. So it has just one pocket. It doesn't have a zip or anything. And like I mentioned in my other video, there's like these little straps that you can connect to your Zuka. And you can tell this one is not supposed to come all the way, like it's supposed to stop. Like see how this one, I can't, my finger can't go anymore. This one goes all the way through because I kind of broke it. Like I broke the threading, the sewing, whatever, to make it fit, because it doesn't fit my freaking Zuka, even though it's made to. I have some pens. I have a mirror. I have my little like notebook that I write down whatever I use during the trial or whatever. And I have this folder that I have contracts in. So that's all that's in there. Let me open this now. So ignore that. This is what it looks like when it's open. It comes with this flap that you can zip so it can be attached. But I don't ever do that because I just take it out anyway. Because I hate to flip it back and forth. And then I have a little bag This is a MAC one. You can get these from anywhere, these little clear bags. They come in a set of 3 for these, and I think this one is the medium one. I just keep my sponges and my puffs in there. And then in the flap, I keep all of like my skincare and sprays. I love minis, especially ones that you can refill. Like this one I got in like a 100-point perk from Sephora. And I love this. It's so small and cute, and I can just refill it, and there's plenty fits in here to do whoever. Also, I have a bunch of these. These are the Makeup Forever Step 1 primers. They come in this small size, and then it's actually a better deal to buy them in the smaller one, and they're more convenient to carry around. I have this one, which is the smoothing one. I have the mattifying one, and I have the hydrating one. And I think I have one other one, I don't remember. But yeah, this one has all my like waters and stuff. This one is a micellar water. I put it in this bottle. I have a brush cleaner, which needs to be refilled. Alcohol. I have a bunch of different stuff. And I have some makeup remover in a little thing. These are my favorite lip conditioner. Lip mask and lip conditioner. These are by Mary Kay. This is the Satin Lips Lip Balm and Lip Mask. These are so good. I don't know anything about Mary Kay, but you can probably find it somewhere. I have no idea. You're a Mary Kay person. I keep hand sanitizer and lotion. I mentioned in my other video, but I will mention it in this one. My favorite lotions are, or moisturizers, are this one. This is the MAC Oil Control Lotion for oily people, obviously. MAC Strobe Cream, which has a nice radiance to it, and the Ultra Repair Cream. I really like this. This was a 100-point perk, this little bottle, but they sell a smaller bottle at Sephora. You don't have to buy the tub. What else is in here? My little Fix Plus eye drops. Have these. Everybody asks for these. I usually carry these and Rotos, but most people don't like Rotos because they say it burns, but I think it makes the whites of your eyes really white, so depends on what you want to do. I have lip balm and just a bunch of random stuff, and I like all these little miniature things. Okay, on this side I keep a baggie, and it has paper towels and like that I cut in fours, and then large cotton pads and small ones. And then I have these. These are the Olay face cleansing whatevers. They're basically like a dry napkin like thing, and then you wet them and they set up. So when people come with makeup on, this is what you get. Then I have this that I use to clean my brushes. It's like one of these little, this is the brand, Always Off Makeup Cloths. Oops, sorry. There you go. Got these at Walmart in a pack of 3. They work really well. They're like microfiber. Then I have wet wipes, and I usually have tissue in here, like little packs of tissue, but I don't have any. Right now I need to buy some. And then I have another business card thing. This is another business card thing, if you were wondering. And then in the back they have these 2 pockets. Oh, by the way, this pocket is just like elastic. I know it's hard to see with everything being black. This is, there's straws in here. What else is in here? Baggies. In case I want to bag something, I don't know. And in this pocket over here, there's 2 pockets. I keep another mirror and a little like hair trimmer thing, and that's it in that flap. Okay, so now in this is like the main meat of the bag. That was gross, but you know what I mean. In this side, these are removable, these little plastic things. And where this black thing is right here, see, this is just like a makeup bag and a little plastic thing. They come with, this bag comes with 2 of these clear things that are like half. So they're just, the 2 bags that it comes with are just really cumbersome, and I don't like to use them because they're just really hard to get into and hard to fit things. They're just like an awkward shape. So I just take them out and put these 2 things, which fit nicely. So first of all, we have our face bag, and this looks like this, and it has foundations. I chose to put my Studio Fix foundations in here. I put 4 colors, and the colors are, or I have 5, but the colors you need are NC15 and NC, I have NC42, and then I have a little sample of NC55 because I've never used that dark of a shade. in an NC skin tone. But yeah. And then you need NW10 and NW48. And then I also have NC35 right there because I know the girl that I'm doing and that's pretty much her color. So, and then I have my Laura Mercier powder, works for everyone. And this one works for everyone also, especially if you're dry. This is the RCMA No Color powder that everybody's been talking about. I actually used to use the translucent powder because another makeup artist told me about it. But I got this recently. Oh my goodness, so much better. So much better. And then I keep my Graftobian High Def Glamour Cream Corrector Palette. I really like this. And I keep 2 MAC concealers. One in light. It comes with 2 correctors and 4 concealer shades, and then 1 in medium. And I actually meant to put the light one in the dark, but I grabbed that one. But those are easier to use, like you can mix them together. And then I keep a yellow concealer and a green. And I really like these NYX HD ones. And if you wanted a foundation palette, these are really good. This is the Graftobian Glamour Cream Super Palette in warm. I don't find this is too warm. I have them in all the shades, cool, warm, and neutral. But this is the one I use the most, obviously. This is actually my second one. This is not in my kit right now, just because if I had to choose, I would choose the liquid because they're a little bit easier to work with. But these are really nice. I also really like MAC Pro Longwear. I have these in all the shades. Love these. But I would still choose my Studio Fix because I feel like it works for more people. And for drugstore, if you're looking for a cheaper alternative, the L'Oreal True Match is really good. And this one is my favorite. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro. So good. So good. And also Color Stay. Revlon Color Stay is really good too. Like everybody knows that. And these are really good too. I don't have them. All of these are like options, not what I'm actually carrying. If I had to do it, it would be these. But if you wanted something different, these are all my other favorites. And for concealer, I keep Pro Longwear in my kits right now, but I really like these two. These are the LA Girl Pro Concealer, and you can get like the whole set of them for like 30 bucks. So, and it comes with like 20 of them. I don't even know. And they have correctors. Okay, so in my bag still, I have concealers. Let me get all these shades out. And I have, so these are the shades that I keep. I keep these for NW40, NC40, NC15, and NW15. I also have darker shades of the 2 darker ones, but I've never used them. Like, because even on a darker skin tone, I want a little bit lighter of a concealer, unless it's for their face. Then I'll use the palette if it's like a blemish. So I don't really reach them that often. So I would suggest these 4. Very good. And then I keep this, and I usually keep the other colors, but I don't know what I did with them. I think they're in my Zuka, but I didn't feel like going to get it from my car. I keep these 2. These are like, or these 3. These are like luminizers. This is Josie Maran and Benefit Beams, the Sunbeam and High Beam. I just mix them in with foundations or put them on the cheekbones if I want. And then I keep an erase paste for under eye. I really like the number 2 shade, which I think is in my Zuka still. This is number 1, but number 2 is like the most universal, and it's a lot peacher. I feel like it's more peach, a little bit darker, but it even works on fair to neutralize, and then you could just put concealer over it. So I prefer number 2. And then I keep this. This is actually my second bottle of this. Some girl on Makeup Alley suggested this to me last year. I have a little bit left in my other bottle, but I keep that in my drawer for myself. This is Manic Panic Dream Tone, which has been getting a lot of talk since a YouTuber has been talking about it, but this is really good. And I sometimes will use face and body, but this I feel like is better at not changing the texture of the foundation that you're trying to mix it with. That's why I like this one better. And that's all that's in my face bag. That's it. Okay, so in the next bag, this is my eye bag, and I keep a lot of stuff in here. That's what's nice about these bags. They fit a lot of stuff. And by the way, never go to a job with your nails looking like this. I'm sorry. But I didn't want to paint them and then have to wait for them to dry. But this just looks gross. Like, I wouldn't want somebody to touch my face with nails like this. Even though they're not dirty, my hands are clean. It doesn't look dirty. So go with no nail polish or like a nice manicure. Just because I think that's weird. So I keep my eyeliners all banded together like this. And I keep a couple of black. My favorite one is the NARS Larger Than Life liner. And then I keep a white, a tan, a brown, and a gold. That's really all you need. And then I keep, let me just put this down so I don't have to keep trying to hold it. I keep this little bag, which is a Zoeva pouch that came with brushes. And I keep all my brow stuff in here. I have the MAC brow pencils. I think I have like 5 or 6 of them. They're not my favorites, but they're good. And I get a good discount, so they're not very expensive. That's why I have them. And then the NYX, what are these called? Eyebrow gel. I like them. They're in a squeezy tube. And I have more colors, but I find like these 4 colors are the best. Like they just get, you can mix them all together or whatever. So I have black, blonde, and espresso. And then I keep my Anastasia brow pomade, another thing that I have in multiple colors, but my favorite is taupe. I use that a lot. I don't really reach for the other ones very much. And a clear gel, I just use Great Lash or hairspray. And that's what's in my little brow pouch. And then I keep a lot of stuff in there. I usually keep 2 primers. I'm out of my NARS one, so I've just been using this one. But for really oily people, NARS is perfect. It's the best for anybody, I think. But this one's good too, and I like the squeezy tube. And then I keep a glitter glue. This is Too Faced one. Alf makes a really good one too if you're trying to save money. This one is my favorite liner. This is the Tartiste Clay Paint Liner. I like this because it's in a tube yet again. And I usually keep Duraline in there, but I think, again, it's in my Zuka, but I think that's a necessity for your kit. Duraline is so magical. It's by Inglot, by the way. And then I just keep a bunch of like random little pigments and stuff in here. I really like these Laura Mercier pencils. They're kind of expensive, so I suggest getting them in a set if you want them, but they're very nice. My favorite one is Moonlight, which is this one right here. I went through the whole mini one, that's why I have a big one. Then I have a lot of these little Bare Minerals ones because I got them in a set and they're really pretty. And then some MAC glitters in these little MAC container things. I get a sample and then I clean them out and put the glitter in here. And I only carry 2 shades with me on a regular basis unless somebody specifically asks for glitter. I carry Reflex Gold and Reflex Pearl. And then I also have another glitter in here that I put in here to try to use because I've never used it, but it looks really pretty. I got this from Sally's. It's just a gold. It looks like MAC gold, honestly, but it's cheaper, so we'll see how that works. And then my favorite pigments are these. These are necessary. I put them in this little jar because it's easier to use. These are all MAC. Vanilla, Naked, Blonde's Gold, Tan. You don't really need Rose Gold in my opinion, but I had another spot in there, so it's nice. And yeah, I also think that I also have paint pots in here. My favorites are Groundwork and Camel Coat. I don't use them to prime the eyes. I think they give a thicker look, like I mentioned in my other video, but they're in there. I use those 2 colors a lot for brows too. And then you need a black base. This is a matte black one by Maybelline. This is a color tattoo in the color, the leather. It's a color tattoo leather in dramatic black. I need one that is matte but doesn't crease, and MAC doesn't make a matte one in their permanent range. So, and I also have a white. This is a shimmery white. I usually have my NYX white primer, whatever stuff they have, but again, not in there. This bag is a MAC bag. Again, you can buy all kinds of different bags from everywhere. So if you're just starting, I would go and buy a bunch of MAC things. Like, I know you have a discount, but there's so much more stuff you need, like, that would help you more than a bag. Do you know what I mean? Than these little bags. So again, in another little pouch, I keep, this is from Zoeva. When you buy a single brush, it comes in these little plastic things. And I just think they're really nice little bags. And they're just like the perfect flat They just fit. They're good. They're usable. And words are hard. Take a breath. Okay. I keep all my brushes that I know I will use on a client in these little bags. Like, so today I'm only doing one. I'm actually doing 3, but I haven't put the other bags in there. Just so that I could pull them out and put them on a paper towel and just lay them there, and that's them. And yeah, these are all my necessary brushes per person. I could probably do it with less, but these are the ones I like to have. And so I was packing this kit thinking like, this is as if I'm doing one person, but if I'm doing more than one person, I'll just put a little bag in each one because I have a million zillion brushes. And then in here, these are the face brushes, which I don't use all of these face brushes, but I like to have them. And then I have some extra eye brushes and lash curler. And that's what's in there. I really like this bag though. If you're gonna buy a bag, I really like these. I like the way they open. They open nice and wide, so I'll just like sit them on the table like this. I'll just pull like the brushes out like that and just sit it on the table and use the brushes out of there. I don't put them back in there. I put them in the dirty brush bag, or if I'm gonna still use them on the table. But that's a really good bag. And then I showed this in my last video. This is my little toolbox. I keep lip wands, Q-tips and pointed Q-tips, sharpener, mascara, mascara wands, sponges. This mascara, I always buy the ones for my kit that don't have the little like cap on them without the wand. You have to like put the wand in it when it comes, but I never put the wand in. I just leave that cap. That way I'm not tempted to contaminate my whole mascara by using the wand. And I keep a lighter. There's just a bunch of random stuff. Tape, scissors, extra lash glue, bobby pins, tweezers, extra lip brushes. I keep a razor. Just random stuff in there. And that's all that's in that side. And on this side is just random. And you'll notice that everything is not like in the correct category like as much as it could be, but it's just because I was trying to fit everything that I want in this bag. Which you can do. You don't have to put everything like only cheek products, only whatever. You know what I mean? You could just put it where it fits. And if you know where it is, that's all that matters. But I keep my wipes in here. I really like the Kirkland ones. You can buy a whole box at Costco and they're really moist. And they come in a big box for like 14 bucks. And they have these little mini ones, which I like to put in my kit. And then I keep lashes in this pocket. I just threw these in here because I don't have them on the other ones, but these are my favorite. I love these. These are the Salon Perfect 615. I also really like Cara lashes because they're $1. You can get them from Shop Miss A. They're really good. And I put them in these just so when somebody's trying to pick their lashes, you should see people have a hard time picking lashes. If they want to pick their own, they take forever. But I find it's very helpful to just like be able to look at all of them. So they're all different ones. And I just stick them in here so that they could just look all next to each other. It's very helpful. And it's like compact. I don't have to have a million little plastic things of lashes. And then in this one, I keep cheap products and some eyeshadow palettes. So I have my Laura Mercier highlight. Love. I try not to keep too many highlights, but I have a hard time, man. I want to pack them all. I keep the MAC Oh Darling. I like to keep a more subtle like highlight. This one kind of works for most skin tones. And then I like to keep a gold and a even more subtle, like this one's more subtle. This is MAC Adored. I love this. And I like it because you can make it as peach or as champagne as you want. And it's very subtle. I like that one a lot. And then I keep a not subtle at all highlighter, and this is MAC Soft and Gentle. So those are like the 4 types of highlighters I like to keep. And then I'll pick different ones, but in those categories. I like to keep a gold, a subtle, a less subtle that works for everybody. This makes no sense. And a like glow for days kind of highlight. Then I keep MAC Warm Soul. I love this blush. It's the only single blush I keep in my kit. And then I keep my Visart palettes. These are all matte. So I have the matte, I don't know. This one, it's this one. I think that one's number 1. And then I keep the cool matte and the dark mattes. These are really good. They're expensive. I was going to keep individual MAC eyeshadows, but then I was adding it up and I'm like, that's even more expensive. So might as well. Just, these are really good quality and I really suggest the mattes. And I like to use the mattes and then I use whatever pigments or whatever shimmering ones I want from my little bag over there. I prefer that because I find that loose shadow is always more magical-y shimmer. Ugh. I find that loose shadow is always more shimmerier and just looks better than most pressed ones. So that's that. And then I keep my lip bag. I keep lip tars, NARS lip pencils, Bite lip pencils, and a lot of these little melted things. I keep some lip tars in random colors, and I also keep them in all the primary colors. And a clear gloss. That's a MAC one, if you're wondering. Then I keep this, and I don't know if I mentioned this before, but my flash palette actually went missing at a photo shoot months and months ago. And one of my friends that's also a makeup artist suggested this. And I'm always iffy about buying things like that are made in China, kind of like, because a lot of times they don't put the ingredients. This one has all the ingredients and everything, and I swear, oh, sad day. Whoops. I swear that I cannot tell the difference between this one and my flash palette. I will forever love this. So good. Like, I've had the flash palette and I was like, well, I'll try this, and it's only like $10, so if I really don't like it, then I'll just get the flash palette again. No, I can't even notice the difference. I love this. Okay, almost done. And then I keep my MAC palette. So I have like contour powders, blushes. I like to keep a peach and some like rosier toned ones. And then all my must-have shadows. And I will list all of these in the bottom because I'm not going to go through them right now. And then I like to keep these little pre-made blush bronzer things are so nice. This is my favorite one, and they have a similar one out right now. It looks like this, but it has a really bright peach, pink that is not really showing up that bright, and some peach and some other pink, and it just, this is magical. The one they have out, they have one similar to this. I don't know if this one's still out. This one is the Stephen Klein collection one, and it looks like this. And it even comes with like shaping powder, so that's nice. These are really handy, so if you're starting your kit, just buy one of these and throw it in there. That's perfect. You want to look for like a one with a wider variety of blush though, unless you want to add more blush. The last thing I have is my lip palette. I don't carry individual lipsticks with me because that's a pain in the butt. I carry this. I deposited all, not all, a lot of my lipsticks that I use the most. MAC. There are a bunch of MAC and drugstore, and just my favorite lipsticks are in here. This is a MAC palette, by the way. And I didn't mention that in my little lip bag, I do keep some lip stains, and these are the ones I keep, the Sephora brand ones. These are my favorite, and they're not that expensive, and they're comfortable. Because a lot of people that aren't like makeup junkies are not used to, sometimes, they're not used to wearing makeup that is very uncomfortable, like a lot of us do just because it looks good. Like, a lot of liquid lipsticks are very uncomfortable. Those ones are not that bad. They're not moisturizing by any means, but they're not anywhere near the most drying. Those are my favorite. And yeah, again, I'm still working on the blog post that I said I was going to do for my other kit video, because it's taking forever because there's so many products to take a picture of and whatnot and to write about, but it's getting there, and I will add this in there. My next video will be on my other random things that I'll take to some jobs, like my lighting or my chair and stuff like that. And then I'm also going to do a, like, because I have an Alex drawer in my closet that has all my kit stuff that isn't currently in the bag that I'm using right now. Like, right now I have stuff in my Zuka bag from the last job I did, but I also have stuff in my drawer that I'll just pull from. That's why I wanted to do this video, because I feel like this stuff that I showed in this video, if I only had this stuff, I would be okay. Yeah. And I always ask people ahead of time what they want. That way I can make sure that I have anything that they would want. So right now I have mostly neutral eyeshadows. A lot of times I'll take like just a random like colorful palette, but I don't use it that often. And that's why I ask people. And even when I ask people, they'll still say they want neutral, and then all of a sudden they'll be like, I want green or something, you know, that's not neutral. They'll be like, I want lime green or whatever. And I will usually put like a palette, just a rainbow palette in there, just in case, you know, it's better to be prepared. But yeah, that's my tip, is just ask people what they want. If they have a picture is helpful. And yeah, I said I was going to do a video on the other random things I carry, not just like makeup things. And I'm also going to do one on etiquette, like how to deal with people. That sounds so mean, like they're hard to deal with. No, like how to present yourself in a professional way, and like just different tips and tricks that I've learned and picked up, some of them the hard way, like the nail thing. Nobody's ever mentioned it, but it's just like, I wouldn't want somebody touching my face with these, but just random stuff. So maybe I'll either make a video on it, I don't know, that'll kind of be boring because it's very talky, or I'll make a blog post. But the blog posts are coming, I promise, and they will be linked in the bottom bar when I am finished with them, okay? And I think that's everything now that I've talked for like 20 years. And I hope you guys enjoyed this and it was somewhat helpful. I know this still seems like a lot of stuff even when you're beginning, but that's why I gave like alternatives, and I'll give more alternatives when I do finish, when I'm making the blog post for this video. But if it's going to be something that you're going to do and make money, and you can make really good money, especially if you do what you need to do, like you put yourself out there in certain ways, you know, like promote yourself or whatever. That sounds hoary, but you know what I mean. I think that it's an investment, and most of this stuff, it's not like it's one use, you know? So that's why I just put all of the stuff that I would need. To me, this is I would need. I could probably get away with less. And like I said in my other video, I'm going to pack a little bag as if I was doing one person. Like, so if I know the person and I've done their makeup a bunch of times, I can pack a little tiny bag and take it with me. So that's going to be another thing. But yeah, blah, blah, blah. I'll see you next time. Bye.